then some earnings. Girish Agarwaal, director at DB Corp, just joins in now to take us through the numbers which came out just a short while back. Hi, Mr. Agarwaal. Thanks much for speaking with us. It's looking good for your company this quarter, and what is looking even better is your operational performance. So can you take us through what is it that actually aided this operational beat from your company?
Okay, let me start with a good announcement from our side, is that this is the quarter where we have given the highest amount of EBITDA and the PAT in terms of absolute number in our history so far. So we are almost at 188 crore PAT for 188 crore EBITDA for this quarter and 105 crore of the PAT of this quarter. This despite of the fact that the top line grew only by around 7% in this quarter, and the advertising income grew by around 8-9%. So we are hoping that if this growth goes ahead in future with the economy catching up, then I'm sure we will have much better things to celebrate in future.
Okay. Afternoon, Mr. Agarwal, and thanks so much for joining in, and congratulations on what looks like a good quarter for the company. What was the decline in raw material prices in this quarter, and how much therefore did it benefit your margins, and what's the outlook on the margins going ahead? Can it improve? What would be the FY15 exit margin levels?
See, the newsprint prices went down by almost 5% compared to the last year quarter, and the quarter on quarter from Q2 to Q3 is around 2.5% decline. And the indications for the next quarters coming in is a further decline of couple of percentage coming more. So I think that's the one advantage, because almost 45-47% of my overall cost is newsprint. So that's one area where I'm getting some good benefit coming through.
Okay, Mr. Agarwal, given that you've seen a very strong operational performance, like you said, it's the highest ever EBITDA and PAT recorded ever. Now that 9 months are through for this FY15, what do you hope to finish the entire financial year with?
See, frankly speaking, we only have 2 months more to go, largely 2.5 months more to go, and I think numbers would for this year stay largely in the same range. But going forward, I think the policies the government is rolling out and certain benefits coming out to the industry, because we are largely dependent on the advertising, because almost 80% of my revenue is from advertising. So from that perspective, automobile, FMCG, real estate, lifestyle, they all need to really bounce back to take the advertising number up. And looking at the overall scenario, things look like that are going to improve in the months to come.
Okay. With a near 5% decline in newsprint prices, you'll manage to improve your margins by close to about 350 basis points at the EBITDA level on a year-on-year basis. Currently, according to our calculation, your operating margins are at about 33.3%. Do you think with, by the end of Q4, your margins could even inch towards that 35% mark?
I really can't say, because this also includes some benefit of the Maharashtra and Jharkhand election, which came in the revenue.
Okay.
So really to say that margins will go up, can't really say, though I would love to.
But what about your digital business, on an EBITDA level that is still continuing to make a loss? I mean, going forward, what's the kind of thrust that you're hoping to give to this digital business? When do you think, it could break into the black?
See, in the digital business, the whole idea is to grow and to make more investment. Currently, we are sitting at this month, which we closed at around 18 million unique visitors and around 500 million page views on a monthly basis. That's a big number. And on the advertising front, we have got a growth on the revenue front around 79% growth. So I think in the top line this year we would close at something like 30-32 crores. Now, idea in this business is not to look at the bottom line at all for next couple of years, because the size is too small. So I'll be more happy investing more money in this business to make some grounds for the future.
Okay. What's the outlook looking for Q4 in terms of the advertising revenue growth?
Frankly speaking, this kind of prediction, I would say that it's a 20% or 10%. But we have grown so far by around 8% in last 9 months, and we feel that the last quarter should improve this number.
And how much better do you think your radio business could do from here? I think you're already seeing margins of about in excess of 44%. How much better do you think this vertical could do for you?
See, if you look at this third quarter of radio, the overall growth went down to 7%, because last year in the same quarter we had the election advertising revenue there. But otherwise the revenue has been growing at almost 25%. and the margins in the range of, I think, 40 plus should continue to stay.
Okay, and overall, what's the outlook looking as you enter into FY16? Do you think FY16 will be a better year for the company compared to FY15?
Certainly yes, because see, if you look at our Maharashtra market, where we are very optimistic and very positive in terms of response, and similarly the Bihar edition, which we launched in the January of last year, has been very encouraging response on the ground, and we intend to launch one more edition in Bihar maybe in next financial year. So with all this, there will be a good growth for the company, and also for the radio, because of the next round of auctions which has to happen on the radio. We are looking forward for that also. So considering all that, I think next year is going to be an interesting year for the company.
One final question: will the company look to pass on the benefits of this raw material price decline, or given it's subsidized, do you think you'll absorb it?
I think it depends on a market to market. In some market we are passing it on, in some market we are absorbing it.
All right. Thanks very much for joining in and taking us through your numbers. That's the word coming in from DB Corp. A very good quarter. Operationally, it's seen a strong performance with the highest EBITDA as well as profits recorded ever. Growth should improve going forward, despite the fact that newsprint prices have fallen about 5% year on year. But other than that, the management seems quite confident that they should see growth for the rest of the financial year as well. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll focus on the market technicals. Joining in will be